Take us back to that time and take us back to the submission. Why did you submit the badge in the first place, your design?
Yeah, well, you're welcome, and yeah, I'm grateful to the club for inviting me to do this. It originally started from a competition in the Sports Argus in early part of '72, and my interest is hobby is drawing and sketching, and I thought, well, I'd like to. Being a keen Blues supporter, I thought I'd like to do that, and you start thinking about Birmingham, not always very successful, but they did have some success in the early '60s in the Fair Cities Cup, and I thought that'd be really good if they were known a bit better globally. And football, very most popular game in the world, and the globe, football, it kind of was a very quick process of getting the design together, and then obviously the name of the club and the year they were founded. So it came quite naturally and quickly.
Yeah, you mentioned that it came quite quickly. How many times did you have to sketch it out before you had the final version?
Well, knowing me, I normally faff and mess around, but I really can't remember that detail, because there was many years I kind of had no contact from the club about it, so I never really had to have that thought process put into motion, really. But I suspect I would have kicked it around a little bit and drawn it and redrawn it just to get it right for me.
You mentioned your love of illustration. Was there a day job as well, or?
Oh yeah, I was. I worked for British Gas, and I was a conversion engineer, and so I did, that was out on the district when we were converting to natural gas. So there was no link between my work and that hobby. And
your hobby, which proved to be very successful for you, because the badge was eventually chosen. How did you find out that yours was the winner?
I can't really remember all the details from 50 years ago, but I suspect it would have been a correspondence sent in the post from the club, and I'm pretty certain that's the way it was.
How would that have made you feel that yours was chosen?
Oh, I think I was pretty chuffed at the time, and I was just I'm not naturally a noisy person. I just but quietly confident and very happy about it. Yeah. And I know my kids now get a little bit of a kick out of it still. My dad done that. Yeah.
50 years on, it's really stood the test of time, and supporters are very passionate about this badge and everything it means. That must be really great for you.
Oh, it does. Yeah. There's only 92 league clubs, and so I'm one of a very small brand of people. So and I still get a kick every time I see it. I describe it as my badge. If you see somebody out and about, particularly on a holiday or abroad, and you see somebody displaying the badge, you think, yes, great.
Yeah, and you mentioned to me before we started this conversation that your family know all about your work and your illustration of the badge as well. But you took the work to South Africa, didn't you, and tried to teach your grandson and his classmates about its design. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, our daughter lives in South Africa, Grahamstown, with her husband and two kids, William and Olivia. And one day while we were on holiday there, a teacher from the Williams School phoned up and said, "Will you come and take an art lesson with the kids, with Williams' class?" And I said yes, not wanting to let them down. I said, "Well, how do I occupy kids for 2 or 3 hours?" But then it just had a ping idea in my head, and I thought, well, I've designed a blues badge, that'll be of interest. So the subject of the lesson was iconic logos and emblems of famous brands. We talked a little bit about football clubs, particularly Premiership clubs, and most of the kids had heard of those clubs, even Aston Villa, but prompted them a bit further. Nobody had heard about Birmingham City, and that was the subject of the lesson we had. I said, if just design a logo or a badge or a drawing that would represent you as an individual. And you know, they come up with some really nice drawings, and they enjoyed the lesson, and it occupied the 2 hours, that's what I had, and it was a really enjoyable experience.
Yeah, because that's exactly what you did 50 years ago when
That's,
it came
yeah,
to
that's
putting
right.
that together.
Yeah.
So I suppose you could see yourself in their shoes as their minds were
Yeah,
minds
yeah.
were working. And what does the future hold for the badge, do you think, Mike? Do you think we'll see it for many years to come?
I certainly hope so. I hope it sees me out, put it like that. Because when they seemed to change it in 2015 season with the 140th anniversary badge, I thought they may change it.
But it quickly came back.
That's right. Yeah, I think there was a fans' outcry about it, and it wasn't as popular as my badge.
Yeah. What sort of places have you seen your badge? People have the tattoos and they wear their shirts on holiday. You've taken the badge to South Africa, to that classroom that time. What sort of places have you seen the badge in your lifetime?
Well, I've worn it in South Africa,
There you go.
and you know, you see it on jewellery, ladies and men wearing it on a neck chain, and I know I spent the last 30 years of my life as a gas engineer, plumber, and I know a plumber that we use the same merchant, and he's got a blues tattoo on his leg. So, and in fact, when William and his family were here, I took him into the plumbing shop, and that guy was there, and I asked him to lift his trouser leg up to show William, and he was quite impressed with that.
Yeah, very permanent design indeed.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's great to
My
meet
pleasure.
you. And we hope for your design to be involved in history for many more years to come, Mike.
Yeah, me too. Thank you.